Yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Detective Comics, issue number 2. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, before we actually get into the review itself, a little side note. In my issue number 1 review, I stated that Detective Comics takes place earlier on in Batman's career. The reason why I stated this is because Tony Daniels stated in an interview that that was the case. However, Tony Daniels has gone on record saying that that was incorrect. So apparently Detective Comics takes place in the current timeline, right now in the present for the DC Universe. So I just kind of wanted to get that little misunderstanding out of the way for you guys. So with that said, issue number 1 left off with Batman chasing the Joker, capturing him, sending him to Arkham Asylum. The Joker then meets up with someone that is known as the Dollmaker, and they are working together. Joker then has his face removed, which was the cliffhanger for issue number 1. Issue number 2 picks up with Bruce Wayne being Bruce Wayne, and we get to meet Bruce Wayne's new love interest in this, Miss Rivers. A normal kind of gal, but then again, we don't get much of her yet, so for all we know, she could be the Anti-Monitor, or she could just be a normal girl. But from what we've seen, she seems like a normal girl. Then we go into a little detective work with Commissioner Gordon and Batman, trying to figure out exactly how Joker escaped and who he's working with. They go through several different suspects until a call comes in about them finding out that a girl has been abducted once again by a criminal. Batman jumps to the scene and tries to help out the girl, and Commissioner Gordon is not too far away. However, it is in this that we meet up with the Dollmaker himself. But there's a little bit of a cliffhanging twist ending at the end that involves Batman, Commissioner Gordon, and the Dollmaker. What that is, well, you're just going to have to wait and see. So let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, this goes without saying, but Tony Daniels' art is always fantastic. He's a really good artist, and I like what he does with Batman. The only thing I don't like, actually, recently, is how long the ears are. They're kind of short. It worked with Dick, but it doesn't work with Bruce for some reason. Don't know. I really like how he draws Bruce Wayne as Bruce Wayne in Commissioner Gordon. The story itself is well-paced. Very nicely placed. We get a little bit of clues here and there. We get an introduction to a new villain. We get an introduction to a new love interest who was mentioned in issue number 1, but we really didn't get anything of her in issue number 1, which is fine because it wasn't necessary. There's some good fight scenes in this, and of course the cliffhanger is actually really good. Makes me want to pick up issue number 3 right now. In addition to that, a little side note, apparently Dr. Arkham is in control of Arkham Asylum right now. So that begs the question, is Black Mask the original Black Mask, or is there a different Arkham? Whatever, it's not a big deal. Bad. Well, the first bad is, as they're going through the suspects, I really didn't care because I knew these suspects really weren't going to go anywhere. It kind of went somewhere, but it didn't really go anywhere that much. The second bad is that we really don't get anything of the Joker in here. It's not necessary because this is more about the Dollmaker, which I believe that's his name. But with such a big cliffhanger in issue number 1, with the Joker getting his face removed, I figured it'd at least be addressed a little bit more in this. But it wasn't. On the whole, whether or not you should get it. Issue number 2 was really good. It continues the good story that started off in issue number 1. I do believe issue number 1 was a little bit better, but only by a bit. This is still a good issue, and I definitely recommend picking it up. The cliffhanger twist ending, I loved it. It's kind of a scary twist ending because I want to see how it works out, but I loved it. And in addition to that, it feels like a detective story, which is what detective is supposed to be. And lastly, it introduces a new villain to the Batman Rogue Gallery, and also that villain's family. So on the whole, Detective Comics issue number 2, I almost said 4. Issue number 2, good issue. I do recommend picking it up. With that said, I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.